what's going to happen when/if we get past the current presidency in terms of how we all regard news in America? Are things going to change for the better, change for the worse, if that's possible?
I keep hoping that the pendulum is going to swing. I am not here as a detractor of any particular news outlet, nor am I here to sell my own wares as a talk radio host or a CNN host. I am an advocate for you doing one thing, and that is changing the channel. Hopefully not on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. But what I mean by that is I'm just stunned by, I'll say it this way, never before have we had so many informational choices, and yet it seems that so few of us are taking advantage of that opportunity. Instead, we're siloed away where our perspective is governed by MSNBC and Slate or Salon and Huffington Post, or we're at the other extreme and it's an AM version of talk radio and it's Fox News and it's the Drudge Report, and it's as if never the two shall meet. And something else that I see is that many of us are now getting our news from social media sources like Facebook and thinking that we are getting a nice complement of stories and not really realizing that they have your number. You know, I'm sure we've all had the experience where you're shopping for a retail product. In fact, this has gotten so bad now that I'm in the market for something, a chair, a pair of shoes, something. And I find myself, before I put in a search engine, whatever that might be, thinking, do I really now want to put up with the ads of whatever it is that I'm in search of? I had this happen with a chair recently. That's why it's on my mind. And I'm being stalked by chairs from all over the country now. See, you laugh because we've all had the experience, but what people don't recognize is the same thing is happening with your stories. You click because something looked interesting, and it was a story from a political perspective, and you don't realize, perhaps, that now, because you expressed an interest in this, you're being flooded with similar stories that strike a similar tone. So we sit back and we think, well, geez, I'm well read. I just read X, Y, and Z, not knowing that you've been fed a steady diet of something that reinforces your views.